bear with me. I just make sure we've got a good enough connection. Look at that blue sky. Wow. Wowee. Right, well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome along to Crighton Pet Services live dog walk. Here with Stephen Crighton and the pack, the 7 dogs, 3 Border Terriers, 1 Westie, 1 Spaniel, 1 Shih Tzu, 1 Beagle. Is that everyone? Who have I missed? Who did I miss? Did I get them all? I think I got them all. I'm gonna have to watch that back to make sure I got all 7 dogs there. Anyway, I'll show you them and all the fun that we get up to, but this is a glorious day. If you were with us yesterday, you will know what significant issues we faced in terms of the weather conditions and the just trying to film and go live and how wild the dogs were. And today, it's the total opposite kind of day. We've got blue skies, it's about 11 degrees. It's still, it's calm. It's maybe, we're on a hill and we're nearing the summit. So by the time that we get up to the top, it might be a little bit breezy. But trust me, if you were with us yesterday, it is nothing compared to that. So I'm looking forward to getting up towards the cairn at the summit and showing you the dogs posing. We've been trying to get the dogs to pose on various features along the way. There's a few logs, there's a few walls and things like that on our journey, but we've not managed to get everybody doing the whole process at the same time. And that's something that, if you've been following the channel now for a while, you maybe be aware of the pain and misery that I've had in this location, trying to get the dogs up on one specific wall all together. And that's going back a year or two now. I would make a video about once a week trying to get the dogs up there, and just we never managed to get all 6 or 7 or 8 or however many we had that day up on the wall together at the same time. And it was I mean, it became funny because it was so frustrating. You know, I'd get 3 or 4 up and then the 5th would jump up and then 1 would jump down and so on and so forth. You get the idea, right? We never quite got to the stage where we had the whole team. There we go. Didn't take us long for Ruby to get snagged on a tree root, and right at the best time. Oh, goodness me. This way, guys. Otis, this way, buddy. Barney, this way. This way, kid. The young man behind us is using a map to navigate a hill that is the children come up. Not that I'm judging, but it's maybe not the most difficult of terrain to find your way around. So anyway, saying that, we'll probably get lost here. That'll be interesting. You can all laugh at me when that is the case. Naveen, hello. Welcome along. How are we doing? If you're just joining us, guys, don't be afraid to jump into the comments and let us know you're there. I knew that you were going to grumble at this. Do you guys see that black thing? It's a notice board, but stood against the angle that we were at, the perception. I knew one of the dogs would think that was a person. And just to show you, there we go. Little Charlie grumbling at it. Grumbling like anything. So yeah, so Naveen, where did we get to? Hello. How are we doing? Matrix, hello. Bernie, hi again. Great day for a walk. Oh, wouldn't you not believe it, Bernie? Look at what we're dealing with above us. We'll get out into the sun in a moment or two, but wow, it is just perfect conditions for our session. Frank, hey, how are we doing? Good to see you. Good to hear from you. And let's, now that Frank's here, Frank does like to see little Charlie, and this will apply to all of you guys. If you want to a little close-up of any of the dogs, or you'd like a bit more info on any of them, you're welcome to have it. But for Frank, this is for you, bud. Charlie, come and see Frank. I know, come and see him. He's going to rummage into my leg here. He's like pressing up against me like there's no tomorrow. Good boy. Good boys. Good boys. Yeah, good boy. Yeah, you shake it off, guys. just as we go along, we'll just give you little tidbits about the dogs and about what they do. And there's an interesting one there just now. As the dogs shake off, it helps to reduce their heart rate by kind of a significant amount, maybe by as much as 20%. So watching the dogs roll around in the dirt and then shake it off is a phenomenal way to lower blood pressure and tension. And look at this, speaking of which, Ruby, how can you possibly do this to me every single day? Every day. Ruby is our beagle. She's a hunter, which is why she's on the long line. She gets plenty of freedom. She gets just about the same amount as these guys. But what you'll find with Ruby is she'll catch the scent of something. So everyone's going this way. She's decided to go this way, as is Charlie. And unfortunately, the way we're actually going is this way. She would love to just follow our nose. And in the past, when we've not had her on the lead, that has been the case. So, Alfie, just come this way, buddy. Right, we're at the edge of the hill. We were in the thicket of the woods. You can probably see in the backdrop there, Edinburgh City just coming into focus a little bit. We'll point out a couple of the landmarks. Just up here, that's Edinburgh Castle. I don't think any structure's allowed to stand taller than it in the city, so you'll see that that's, I mean, we do have a hill over to the north, Corstorphine Hill, which probably is taller than it, I imagine, but you get the idea. Nothing can be built taller than that. And then of course we're sort of facing northeast-ish. Out there is the North Sea, and it's a bit misty out beyond there. We could normally see a bit further into Fife and beyond, but it's a bit tricky. So we'll hopefully, that was a nice little interlude in between the dogs. We're going to go move back. I can hear something rummaging about in here, probably a bird. And I'm surprised one or two of them haven't gone into there. Harris! Come here, bud. Come on, buddy. Good boy. X is asking, are these dogs? Does anyone want to help X out in the comments? Not my ex, but just X. It'd be interesting if my ex was in the comments, wouldn't it? I think Alfie's about to do his business, maybe. What do we think, guys? Yep. Excuse me, I won't film him, but I will pick up after him because that's the right thing to do. Good boy, Alfie. This is always tricky. I need you guys to help me with a solution to this. If you guys figure out a way that I can go live with my phone, if anyone wants to send me a link of any kind of product that might be useful for them, not, and it's a bit frustrating. I'd love to be able to have both hands free and still have the point of view, but we don't quite have it. So you'll see now, look at that sky, wow. It's a bit breezy and the conditions are warm, especially considering this week we've had sort of 0, or in the last 7 days I should say, we've had sort of 0, 1 degree sort of temperatures. Now we're up at about 12 or 13, I think. My watch was telling me when we started our walk. That'll increase as the midday sun comes out. And it's a bit hot for the dogs. Hence us spending a bit of time in the shade. Barney, come on little man. Come on, puppy. Here's someone coming our way as we're going the other way. A great example of either how it's going to go tragically wrong or how it works. And yeah, Ruby, that's not how we meet people. That's why they get grumbly. Hello, big one. Hello. Hi, how are we doing? We've got the gang, we've got the whole gang. The only thing I would ask is just watch your feet on that orange line. That should be the only thing to watch out for. Just wait here, guys. There's another pup. The guy on the bike. That's not going to cause any bother. Oh, you want to play, puppy? Stanley! Good boys. Good boys. I know she gave us play, but her dad was... And that's one of the things, when we're watching the dog's body language all day, every day, then filming it, then analysing it, coming back to it, writing a report for the owners, explaining how we got on, I very quickly learned to read the room. These guys passed a grumpy spaniel just on that narrow path, and then a very large lurcher. They were both fine with that. And now the little playful spaniel, the little puppy, I think, or young dog at least, a couple of years old maybe. There's a whippet over in that corner, just near the summit. We'll take the dogs away and then we'll come back over there to get some scoop up at the top. Oh, well done, Harris. A second one for you today, buddy. Whilst I'm doing my due diligence here, don't be afraid to give the stream a little like while there's a little lull here. It does help other people discover the fun and the love of the dogs. So don't be afraid to do that. We'd really appreciate any support, and it doesn't cost you anything to give us a little like. It's probably the easiest thing you can do on social media, but it helps me out. We've got some breeze. The dogs are loving it. And we'll show you. Keep coming, Ruby. Oh, Ruby's going to be howling all afternoon now. All day. Ruby, no. That's not what we're doing here, bud. Harris, bring in. Good, you guys. Good. You won't be able to tell from here, but as I zoom in, the back of Ruby's back is up like a punk rocker's hairdo, and that's called the hackles. It's just starting to come down a little bit now. It's starting to go a bit flatter, but you can see down the middle of her back she's got this ridge, and it was up like a hedgehog, and it's a real indication that the dog isn't comfortable, and it's just to do with a breed that she doesn't really particularly like. Again, another reason the line, sweetie. Another reason. Who's coming up? Little greenkeeper looking after the golf course next door to us. Good, you guys. Good, Charlie boy. Good, Alfie. Good, Otis. Harris, you want that? I'm just going to throw that around and play with it. Barney boy, fancy one? Good catch, kid. Stanley, you're too slow, kid. Ruby. We'll move away from the greenkeeper so we can get some maybe better audio. Harris, this way. Oh, he's coming with us. Just a man doing what he loves. Watching a greenkeeper doing what he loves. I hope the wind isn't too bad, but it's glorious. So I'm going to point us to the south. We looked at the north earlier on. We've got a couple of more significant hills over the back of Edinburgh. It's the kind of natural divide of the city into other regions, and some interesting topic of discussion going on in and around that area just now. We won't get into it today, but whether businesses like myself and photographers and outdoor, anyone that uses public space in a commercial way, so think of like woodland nurseries and photographers and people who create content, should they be allowed to use it? And obviously I think the answer to that is yes, but I think the farmers would say no. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I've not spoken to any. I would happily invite anyone on from either the council or from the outdoorsy world to come and have a debate and a discussion about it. I'd love to have that, but maybe this is not the time and the place to discuss it. Anyway, so it's an amazing part of the world and the dogs do love it, but some of the dogs can't be trusted up there. Not these guys, I just mean dogs in general, because it's used for farming, and sheep worrying is a significant issue in the UK. Right, we're going to go this way. Alfie, bring it in, buddy. I'm forgetting where we came from. I was almost walking over in that direction, but that's the direction we came from, so we're going to do a loop. We'll take us back down here. Jort, thank you. This, if you had been with us a second or two, you might be able to see now Ruby's hackles up on the back of her spine there. It's like a punk rocker hairdo. Something she's not happy with, either a noise, a smell. More than likely a smell. 70% of what they'll be picking up on their session today will be through their nose. About 30% through their ears. And a tiny fraction will be what they see in relation to how their brain engages with the outdoor world. So I know that 70 plus 30 is 100. I'm saying around about those figures, just in case anyone wants to pick me up on that. Yeah, so if you're watching along and you've not seen content like this before, is this something you can see yourself doing? Would you like to be outdoors on days like this? Let me tell you, Edinburgh gets very few of these kind of days. So if you're joining us on a day, you've hit some special privilege access on YouTube, I think, because yesterday we wouldn't have been able to stand up here, never mind make content up here. And keep coming. Good boy. There's a woman over to my right with another sort of lurcher greyhound style dog, which I think is what Ruby has picked up the scent on and was howling at. But she's just sat there enjoying her day. Well, Harris, look at Otis. Look at that. That's worth a like, guys. Look at that view. Beautiful. Beautiful. So yeah, if you're joining us for the first time, that's probably not a fair representation of our city, but look how beautiful it is when we do get these kind of conditions. The only noise that you get is me waffling on, and you, Harris, chomping the lead. The day that this lead breaks, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. He's giving up. Keep coming, guys. Keep coming. So yeah, so we go live every day around about the same time. I like to show the owners how we're getting on, what we're getting up to, and especially the case for some of the newer dogs. We've had a few newer owners watching back every stitch of footage that we've put together, and also the owners each night, they get a little bit of extra stuff. They get the photos I've taken from the day, plus a little description of where we've been and what we've done. And I think the owners kind of love that. I was thinking about sharing some of that stuff to the wider world, but I just wouldn't know how to do it or where to do it. But anyway, the point is, if you're enjoying what you see here, we do go live every day around about the same time, and we'd love for you to walk with us again if you so wish. Each day we've got a different combination of dogs. There's 23 in the roster altogether, but in the morning session when I go live, I only take out the small dogs, so they're all around about the same size and weight. There's a lot of overlap with the breeds, so we've got 3 Border Terriers out today. There's 5 altogether, and we've got another terrier. Obviously we've got Charlie the Westie. Barney, Otis, Keep coming. Keep coming, guys. Yeah, you guys just walk quite happily just behind me. While Ruby hunts up ahead and scoffs at whoever's coming. Whoever and whatever's coming. Hey, no, 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 no. Hi. Hi. I know that your back's up, but we can't react to that with every single person and every single dog that comes our way. No. Thank you. It's upsetting to the pack. Thank you very much, young lady. So yeah, so I'm going to, Frank has nailed it. Remember and like and subscribe. And on that note, I'm going to bow out. I'm going to take the pups. Who wants a biscuit? Who wants a biscuit? Ruby. Good girl. Harris. Barney. Good girl. Good girl. Good boy, buddy. And just leaves Harris to say hello to the miniature schnauzer. Here we go. Morning. Hello. How you doing? Here we go. Hey. Interesting. Harris wanted to play. The dog didn't want to play. Harris has got the intelligence to stop playing and not take it too far or further than it needed to go, which is good. Which is good, but it certainly caught the attention of the pack. Anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, give us a little like and don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button if you want to see us again tomorrow. Don't take the chance on hoping the algorithm will bring you back here. You can always subscribe, and if you don't enjoy it further down the line, then there'll be no hard feelings. Do you know what? I lost 2 subscribers yesterday, and it's the first time that the numbers in a few weeks have gone down instead of up. And I was like, oh no, that stupid windy content. I shouldn't have made it. Anyway, people have obviously seen it. It's hurt their ears and they've turned off instead. No more of that. So yeah, so come and join the team. I promise we only make lovely content on lovely days. I don't promise that at all, if I'm being honest. We'll show you the dogs in all of their splendour, no matter what we're up against, and we don't hide anything away. That's kind of the selling point of the channel. So it's not always easy and it doesn't always work, but when it does work, it's great, and when it doesn't work, you get some drama. So how about that? That sounds good, right? Okay, from me and the team, we're going to say goodbye to our Stanleys. Drop an anchor. We're going to deal with that. Well done, buddy boy. On that note, we're going to bow out. Have a great day.